Hey gang, some time ago, this YouTube channel called Scribble did a video compilation of Meg Griffin from Family Guy basically being mistreated and abused and everything like that. And I left a comment on there saying that the whole thing of all this that she's gone through, it got old really, really fast. I mean, I find it funny that the only excuse the writers of that show have as to why Meg, keeps being treated like she's being treated is because they don't know how to write for a teenage girl. But yet, when the original voice actress was on there, Meg did not hardly go through any kind of abuse, and they didn't write her to go through any kind of punishment or disrespect or anything like that. Yet they changed voice actresses because the original left the show for whatever reason, and suddenly it's like, we're going to make Meg the punching bag. And after watching that stuff for over 20 years, it's like, oh my god, this is just so annoying. It's not funny anymore. It should have stopped. They should have still treated Meg the way they did during that first season. Treated like a regular teenage girl. But no, it's like they're just getting back at the character because the original voice actress took off, and it's like, that's kind of stupid. It's like, it happened 20 years ago, let it go. And it's like everything with Meg, it's always just I don't know. It's always just she falls in love with a guy and the guy gets taken out or something like that or what have you, and then we get to the episode where it's raining, Brian's tripping out on shrooms, and Meg finally decides that enough's enough. I'm going to stand up for myself, say what I want to say to these people who continuously treat me like crap. And then by the end of the episode, it's like, no, take it all back, because this is what Family Guy does. It's like everything seems okay, everything seems good, and they just pull the rug right out from underneath you. And next thing you know, it's like it's back to the way it was and all this other stuff. Now, a lot of people can say the same thing about The Simpsons, and yes, I admit, I'm a Simpsons fan, but there are just some episodes where it's just like, oh my god, we're doing this again. Where it's like Bart falls in love with a girl, and of course we all know, if we've seen it once, seen it 100 times, by the end of the episode, Bart and the girl are no longer together, the girl takes off, goes to do what she's supposed to do, and all this other stuff. If there's a Marge in Bart episodes, Marge feels like she's losing her special little guy. And for a little while there, it seems like, everything's bad, but by the end of the episode, everything's cool again. And then there were the season finales, multiple season finales, where it looked like Marge and Homer were going to get a divorce. And then by the end of the episode, everything was cool again, And Lisa episodes, I don't even watch them. It's like watching a Peggy Hill episode of King of the Hill. It's not going to be that much fun. It's going to be kind of boring, and and by the end of the episode, you don't care. Lisa tries to persuade somebody to be just like her, and by the end of the episode, nope, didn't do any good. It was a waste of time. So that's what I'm saying about these episodes of Family Guy. It's like every time they have Meg in some situation, even if she's not part of the main plot, somehow, some way, she gets taken out in some way. And again, she gets verbally abused, physically abused, everything, mentally abused, everything like that. So I basically just said, it got old really fast. And some people in the comments section agreed. And then there was this one idiot who decided to sit there and call me a snowflake. And somebody else kind of responded to that moron, saying, you obviously don't know what snowflake really means. And I'm sitting there just like, why do I want to respond to this troll? Why do I want to respond to this moron who obviously has no life and obviously does not have the correct definition of what a snowflake is, I didn't sit there and whine and cry and want my coloring books and my hot cocoa and because this guy hurt my feelings. It's like, dude, you're an idiot. I get tired of terms like that. Snowflake, boomer. It's like, okay, they were they were all right to use for like a week, and then after that, it's like, okay, time to move on, and we're overdoing it. And there was one commenter that said basically, saying that what they're basically saying is that it's perfectly okay to stay in any kind of a relationship in which you're going to constantly be abused and mistreated and disrespected and everything like that. In which I just said, good point, because a lot of us, for some reason, take after TV shows. A lot of people who have no life and no direction and no sense of reality love to basically try to act like they are shows from a TV. They are characters from a TV show or a movie, or a lot of times, music can be an influence on people too to act like they are what they are. And I just think it's plain stupid. But there are a lot of people out there who seem to take a show like Family Guy seriously. And in a lot of ways, it's like, when you really kind of look at it, it's like you look at a lot of the characters on there and you're like, okay, we got Peter and Lois, who's basically in a marriage where they cheat on each other constantly, they mistreat their kids and everything like that. You got Joe and Bonnie, who's pretty much in a loveless marriage, but they still stick together. You got Quagmire, a perverted sex offender who pretty much just gets away with everything no matter what. I mean, there's a lot about this show that's wrong, but yet it's still been around almost 25 years. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that, I'm not gonna sit there and say, yeah, people should just, take a lesson, but I mean, just like I said, just take a lesson saying, like, do what they do, or don't do what they do. It's like, it's not even real. It's a cartoon. I understand that. I get that. But when you've been around 20, 25, 30 years, and you're pretty much still doing the same thing in practically every episode, it gets old. You got Brian, who at one time, when the show first started, he was sort of the voice of reason, an intelligent person who later on became, an atheistic, obnoxious know-it-all. Stewie, when the show first started, he was sort of like an evil genius bent on getting rid of his mother, and then eventually he became sort of like, is he gay, is he straight, what's the deal? Chris, he just kind of became sort of a underachieving, sort of lazy nitwit who eventually became sort of like Quagmire's apprentice, in a way. Meg, like I said, same thing. She started off perfectly normal, and then all of a sudden it's like they decided they wanted to mistreat her and treat her like crap and everything like that. Peter, he first started off being some guy who was just addicted to TV, and now he became somebody who just, like Quagmire, gets away with pretty much everything. Lois, she started off being just this ordinary housewife who eventually became sort of psychotic and obsessed with, like, everything. So yeah, the show changed in a lot of ways. But to continue on having, Meg being written as a punching bag, that to me is probably, if I'm wrong, tell me in the comments below. But I'm just saying, though, it's so stupid that, they change the characters around a little bit. I mean, Joe Swanson. Here this guy first starts off, he's disabled, but he never let his disability get in the way. And I thought to myself, that's kind of a good influence on disabled people. Don't let your disability get you down. Be treated like everybody else. But then they turn him into this sort of wimpy, loser, abused character. And Bonnie, there's another one. She started off being so sweet, so supportive of Joe. Once you finally had that kid after like 6-7 years, she turned into a total fill in the blank, So really, in a lot of ways, I'm just not big on Family Guy anymore. I feel like the show's run its course, sort of like American Dad, sort of like The Simpsons. They've been around a long, long time, and it's like it's time to pull the plug on these shows. They're on life support. Stop. Pull the plug. Get rid of them. It's done. It's over. And, it's just... But anyway, if you want to go check out the video of what I was talking about and judge for yourself, It's on the Scribble channel. I'll try to put. I can't put a link on it on this phone in the description below, but I'll try to figure out a way to. If you're curious about it, let me know in the comments, and I'll send you the name of the channel and the video if you want to check it out for yourself and see what you guys think about it. But yeah, so it's pretty much another rant on Family Guy. How much the show just really sucks and everything like that, and yeah, so it's just my opinion. So anyway, gang, I gotta get to the house, get some stuff done, and see what the next few days have. I'm gonna have an update on on the Simple Simons building, on what it actually became. I gotta do a video on that real soon. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to do it. We have to record it late at night. I don't know, or because I don't know what days they're open, so I don't want to record it and then have them looking at me going like, "What's this guy doing?" So yeah. So yeah, there'll be an update on that real soon. No drink videos as far as I know coming up. Probably some more food review videos coming up real soon too as well. So that's about all I got. So thanks for watching, everybody. God bless you all. Hope you're having an awesome day. If not, hope it's better for you tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like my videos, please feel free to subscribe. And if you would, please go check out the channels down in the description below. I tell you all about them, but in all honesty, it seems like every week or two I'm changing it up a little bit. So, so whoever's down there, please go down there, check them out, help them get to 100 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, 10,000, 100,000, or even a million if that's even possible, everything like that. So, so take care of yourselves. Try to be good yourself, and try to be good to others. Till we do this again, as always, stay strong and rock on.